Alright, so this is gonna be completely unscripted, first of all. Second of all, this is an entire map guide starting from when you first spawn in. I'll try and show everything that would basically help you get across through the Easter egg and the map, and that should basically explain everything. So, starting off simple, we have the three fumigator spots, one right here, turn around for the other one, and it's on the truck for the third one. If you're smart, you just immediately gun it for these one the moment the map starts. So now we're doing the junction beast. Junction is the middle area. What we're doing here is cooking a grenade, making it hit that little piece of paper. There you go. You get 500 points, pays for the door. Now we're gonna actually open up the entire area using the beast mode. This is going to always get everything in one. That's all the beast modes. Start off simple, shoot that, break that open. That's for fun. You don't even need to do that. The drop is not usually useful unless it's like a max ammo. I fucked that up, but second time I get it, you just run and jump. You get on the invisible barrier, shock the stairs, run over, shock the crane, and if you really want, you can shock stamina. Alright, so we're doing the ritual now. You pick up the gold fountain pen. You can kill these guys for fun. You get the summoning key on the truck. Now we go over into the ritual room, which I'm not going to show the path of. I hope you can at least find that. You start the ritual. The ritual actually will take longer if it's a 4-player match or any player match and you don't have everyone in it. So if you do it solo when there's 4 people, it will take 4 times as long. For the love of God, please get everyone in the damn room. It'll just be so much easier and, obviously less troublesome. I don't know if everyone gets the points if they're not in it. Either way, get your worm and you're done here. Little pro tip, you can actually check what perk is in which part of the map by checking the little bottles outside, which you could probably have known by now. You can see all 3 right there. Moving on to footlight beast mode, we have a pretty simple one as well. You just walk up, shock that, break that open, please do. You actually want to get everything obviously, but you get your perk, whatever it is there. Jump up, make sure it's a sprint jump, break that so it'll fall over, run over, grapple up, and you should have a little time left, but it's enough. Shock that and you're done here. Regarding the shield part for footlight, there's one here, which is where it is in the clip, one right there, and then one on the little, whatever the fuck that is. For the ritual in footlight, you pick up the piece, kill these guys again for fun. Make sure you open up the rift. It'll be annoying to have to run back just in case you forgot it. Run over into the burlesque. Start the ritual. It's the same as the last one. Nothing to really show here. Just survive, run around. After completing it, get the worm obviously. And since it's the second one, so even if you did a second one in a different place, Margot will spawn in. You can shoot multiple heads on it at once, I'm pretty sure. But either way, you might want to buy a gun because you don't have the RK5. Regardless, you just kill it, shoot the 3 heads whenever they have the opened up mouth. And whatever you do, make sure you pick up the Margot heart after it drops when it's dead. This is a slightly longer beast mode, but we're in waterfront, giving you a little run around. In order to do it all in one, and the reason why I'll explain while we're running over, is because I don't like doing it in more than one, as you only get one round in co-op. Plus, I just don't like going through rounds, which is pretty understandable, I would hope. So you have to go all the way around, but once you start in here, you can get everything all in one. You look that way, run, shock the little stair thing, shock that, break that open, grapple up, shoot down the little thing here, break open the rift. That's another thing you really don't want to forget. And you might, if you took too long, you won't have enough time, but you should have enough time to break it open. Regarding the shield parts in waterfront, it's just either in one of these 3 spots. I don't even know the exact location. You just you look for that and then it's done. Regarding the waterfront ritual, nothing much to say about it. Make sure you just open the rift while you're getting your part there. Run over, start the ritual, complete the ritual, and then obviously get the worm, and that's it. Regarding canal districts, beast mode, maybe it's the hardest, I guess, because I can see how you would mess this one up, depending on what I'm doing here. Little tour through it. So, get a lineup. That is fine. Shock, it'll work, unless you did it wrong, obviously. Just make sure you can have a good enough view of it. Shock that, jump down, break those two things open, jump up, get the perk, because what if it's one you want? There you go, get the stairs, and that's everything. And right after is getting the shield part in canal. That's spot number 1. Pretty sure that's spot number 2, somewhere there. And spot number 3, right there. Right after that is also building the shield, because you have all 3 parts. Please build it at canal. That's just by far the most common spot that everyone uses. Regarding the ritual for canal, you just come down here first, open the portal, get the little badge, kill those 2 guys, come up, start the ritual, complete the ritual. It's the exact same as the other 3. Get your little worm after, waiting that little cutscene. Since it's the 4th one, Amargo will spawn in. This time I do actually demonstrate getting rid of 2 heads at once. As you'll see, I got 2 500 points. And you'll also just notice that 2 heads are gone. Kill the 3rd head. Done. Margo's done. Regarding the underground, I don't know what the actual name is, I'll be honest. Pretty simple. We don't have the symbols yet for the sword, but we'll just get that later. So for now, we're gonna just focus on opening up the stuff. So break that open. Get widows, because it's like one of the best perks. Mule kick just for fun. And the door, so you can just walk down here from junction, and that's it. Regarding the pack-a-punch ritual, now that you've done all the rituals, you can just open this. Just walk over, put each worm in each pedestal. I'm leaving this part in just because I wanted to demonstrate the wall running and being careful of any mishaps. The zombie, which you'll see in 2 seconds right there, if I let that stay and it came like 2 seconds earlier, it could have fucked me over. You can also fuck each other over by just running into each other and you both just fall to your death. That's not a complete bridge, you're gonna have to jump. Don't fall for that. Complete the ritual like any other ritual we just did. Pack a punches over there, that's it. We're on to tram rides now to get the symbols. As you can look at this map, you'll see the 3 question marks which you have to look at. You can see where you are now. You want to plan where you're going. Make sure you're looking in the right direction using the question marks and obviously the direction you're going in. So since I'm in canal going to waterfront, I would have to look left both times. So as you can see, I just stay here. Just wait for the symbols. This one, if I remember correctly, I call that double. Or not double, my bad. That's just big. I got the symbols wrong, but you get the point. You can just remember them. You can write them down. It's not hard to remember what they look like. This next one, if I remember, is big, double, big. Yep. I call it double because it has too many things on the little stick. Either way, you get the point. On to tram ride number 2. It's the same thing. Just make sure you're planning it out correctly so you know where you're going to have to look. Also, remember, it's not going to be the same symbols every game, so my symbols won't be the exact same as yours, most likely. So now we're just riding on the way to footlight, and soon we will see the second one. You can tell it's coming up just based off either the time or the glow coming out of the window. It's like that, you can see the red glow. There you go, that's just a double right there. Now that you have your 3 symbols, we can just go and put them. With either the same pedestal or another one, if you use that same one already, you just run down here with beast mode, get your 3 symbols by shocking them, and it's literally just that simple. You just shock it, get your egg, make sure you pick it up, and then place it down in one of the 4 statues. Here is just a basic showcase of me getting my, 8 to 10 kills, whatever it is. You don't need to know the exact number, just get kills until it glows like that and makes that sound. Here I am at waterfront putting it down. You don't need to do this in this order either, by the way. You can do them in any order. I'm just showing them in this order because I did them. Showing off the little range there of where I was aiming in. That's how far you can kill the zombies before they don't really work. And like they don't get sucked in. In canal, it's literally just over here. You just place the egg like normal. Right here you can just see where I'm lining my crosshairs. That's where you want to be killing them within, or else sometimes you might be too far. In footlight, it's literally just over here. Same as usual. A little showcase of where the boundary of how far you can kill them is. Here's another showcase of the meatballs not working. Parasites won't either. Either way, you just get your kills, and that should be all 4 eggs. Now we're done. Now we can go get our sword. You press F once to get the sword, press F again after a bit. Now you can actually get it. Now that you have your sword, you're going to want to go to whatever ritual room your character is associated with. My character, the girl, is associated with the burlesque. If you're the, I don't know, the magician dude, you go to the spawn one. Boxer goes to waterfront. And then the police detective goes to canal. Either way, you go up to whatever ghost is yours, you press F on it, and you should get your little arc of them. Meanwhile, friendly little reminder, if you haven't pack-a-punched, you probably should by now. You can just pack a punch of KRM or whatever gun you have. Anyway, there will be 4 circles around the map that you use your arc over on. If you have a sniper, go aim in that direction. But either way, you can do this once around, and only 1 circle can be used around per, well, I think it's for everyone, so make sure you delegate accordingly. So I would start off with the waterfront because that's by far the most annoying spot. Second spot I'm showing is the footlight one. I didn't mention the first one, but yeah, you just want to kill the Margwas. Make sure you don't end the round, because if you go over to the next round while you're killing the Margwas, it does count for that round as well, which means you have to go just yet another round. Either way, pretty simple. You can kill the Margwas. I know for a fact you can destroy multiple heads at the same time for the Margwas on these ones at least. If I had more ammo, this would obviously be a much easier scenario, but that's the second one. Third spot I'm showing, also this is just one of the many pods I opened. You can get a ray gun out of them. I have gotten that very rarely. But here you go, the third one. You have your Margwas yet again. This spot can be very dangerous as well. All of them I guess can be, depending on how you treat the Margwas. That slam will put you to red at full health if you have a jug, otherwise you just go down. You always want to have a shield because that can protect you from the slam. Random fact I just reminded of, the Margwas will only go for the person doing this. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You just keep walking away, shoot them, eventually they die, and you can go to the next round after. Just wanted to throw in by now, you should be opening any purple pods. They're the biggest ones. They have the Margwa tentacle in them, which you need for the apothicon servant. Here's a compilation of me opening over fucking 10 of them, and I still didn't get shit, which is very unlucky. Went through a lot of rounds doing this, but eventually I did get it. You also want to be looking out for xenomatter, which will drop from just killing any parasites or meatballs. Usually happens past the second parasite round, which is around like round 10. So just keep a lookout for any green balls on the ground or a Margwa tentacle inside of a purple pod. Another thing to do in the meantime is also just get the 3 fuses from the 3 little locations in canal, waterfront, and footlight. Footlight I know the least of, but you can just look for it in that general area. It's always in that rough area. It glows bright blue. After you get all 3, you place them down here, and now you can use the silver protector. Anyway, here's the junction circle, which is my final one, but it may not be yours depending on which order you did. Again, it's just killing Margwas. This time it'll be 3, I think. But either way, you get the idea. Pretty simple. Now that you're done all 4 circles, go back to whatever ghost was yours, and you can give him a sword, and then you can take yours, which is upgraded now. Here's me just getting the xenomatter. I just took a minor clip of it. That's also the mark botanical. With all 3 parts, you can go to a non-used building table. You can take your apothicon servant. Obviously, you want to take it. Once every player in the match has gotten their upgraded sword, you can go to this book which has just spawned in. It'll start floating once you press F on it, and now you can start the next step. So now you want to go down to the underground. There will be a flag here which drop down from the ceiling, which if you care about that, you get someone to pick it up. Now only meatballs will be spawning in and parasites. You want to now go to these little lightning spots and you want to place down the flag and protect it. You can see another one over there because you want to take a path. They have a path for each of the 4 areas, so we're doing junction right now. I'm going to be using just the entire gameplay of this, so it'll take up a bit of time in the video, but if you really want to skip it, you can go ahead. I'm demonstrating how to do it though. So you want the apothicon servant person will be doing the heavy lifting here. That shadow man that sometimes just spawns in, you want someone to just shoot him. It'll obviously be a lot easier when you have 4 people. The meatballs do a lot of damage to the flag. When you hear that sound, press F on the flag, pick it up. It'll give you a max sometimes, not all the time. Press F on the next spot. You need to do 2, and then you can go over. I think you need to do 2 at least. You saw the shadow man. I shot him with the servant. In this one though, I did fail it, so you can see what that's like. Yeah, you can see they just magnetize towards it. Arnies, which are very good for the boss, they don't work here, so they're kind of useless. Look at that. There you go. It breaks, and you don't get a max, so you really don't want to fail it. And if you fail, you just go to the next round, like if you win. And here is me going on the next round after using a raindrops to get a max ammo. You don't need a raindrops, obviously. You can just wait for the next parasite round, or you can pop your own cash back, or an alchemical, or literally anything else that might help you here. You remember, you have 4 people as well, so you should have plenty of gobblegums to go around. Either way, this will be the complete junction flag step. I didn't fail it on this attempt. I didn't fail any of the other flags as well, so those will all be fine. If you did fail any of them, you would know what to do. You just go to the next round, get prepped again, repeat, don't fail this time. So yeah, this time, you go over to the next one. The guy with the apothicon servant has to be careful to not shoot the shot, the wormhole, too close to the flag, because the meatballs are still exploding when they die. They're just exploding within the wormhole, which means if you put the shot right onto the flag, they're just still exploding on the flag. You've accomplished nothing. So make sure they're being careful about that. Everyone else wants to just watch their own spot, I guess. You should have 1 person watching each lane, because there's always usually 3 areas they might come from, and then 1 person can look out for Shadow Man and just be support, aka the person with the apothicon servant. After you've gotten the second one, you want to just complete the path to whatever area you've gone. So in junction, you would just go up to this room, whatever it's called. You just walk up to it, the flag will be automatically placed. One very small thing, get the max ammo. Now here's the entirety of my footlight flag run. I didn't mention in the last one, ran out of time on my audio recording. But what you want to do is just after you get the flag placed down at the ghost, you just let it go. It doesn't take damage anymore, don't worry. Then a Margle will spawn in. You can just kill it easily, that's why you want the max. Footlight, use that trap. That'll protect your entire back for 20 seconds, if I had to guess. But half your sword duration. By the way, sending out your sword will help a lot. Calling in the Civil Protector will also help a lot. I didn't do that in this one for unknown reasons. So yeah, you can see, you can check if the trap's done. You want to just be playing this carefully. Wasting ammo on the Shadow Man using the apothicon servant is not worth it, especially when you don't get a max ammo like that, because now you're just really down a lot. I decided to just use gobblegums. Why not? I throw this even though it has 0 meaning at all. So yeah, as I said, I'm just leaving in all of the flags in their entirety, so you can just either skip through them or just skim. You know, either way, you get a good look at what it's like solo, at least. With 4 people, you just obviously would have people looking over each area. As you can tell, raindrops, dead in nuclear winter. What else would help a lot? Just anything that would give you a drop that would save you, so like a nuke, an insta-kill, both. Max ammos. But after you got the second, you just walk over into here, the flag will automatically place, the Margo spawns in, and you get a max ammo. Now for the waterfront flag run, we're doing the exact same thing. I got myself a brand new raindrops for fun. You know, just makes my job easier to demonstrate this. We go over to the first lightning place, place it down. There's a trap right in front, so that helps. If you didn't get the stairs for whatever reason, I think that actually might help because it just stops them from coming up there. Although I don't even remember if that was a problem. I don't think it is. You definitely want the stairs either way for convenience. Yes, so there's some up there. Bonus random fun fact, if you're doing high rounds, you would close the door to the waterfront from junction. Keep those stairs closed and you camp right here. But yeah, this flag is nothing special. Pick it up. I got kind of confused here because I saw 2 more lightning spots, and I'm not sure if that's because in co-op you need to do 3. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go do the 3rd one, and I'll just go back for the 2nd, I guess. But I just proceeded as normal. Pop the raindrops just for why not. Use the death machine. That could also help for flags. Your gobblegums really don't matter that much in this Easter egg. You don't need anything. There's no crutches, no anywhere but here necessities. As long as you play decent and actually, you know, use the tools available, you won't need any gums. My shield broke. You might want to go get a new one if you don't have one. Good reminder. I go back and check. I don't need the 3rd lightning spot. I forgot why that's even there. I run over and place the flag down and done. Finally, here's the entirety of the canal run. I'm just looking at the keepers because you can see them get updated as you do the flags for fun. Pick up the flag, run through. The waterfront one you could probably just get away with using the portals. However, you don't want to use the portal for these ones, I would say, because you can just go the path as normal. So yeah, it's right there, the first one. Place it down. This one's a bit of a hot spot because there's a lot of places they can come from. Having the apothicon servant obviously just makes it a cakewalk, assuming you have ammo. Having another person or civil protector or the sword would obviously also help. Get rid of the Shadow Man before he does his thing. He has a long charge up. I've never actually even seen him do his attack, but I have a bad feeling about it, so I always get rid of him, obviously. Another simple operation. Flag takes a couple of hits. It's fine though. Get that one done. On to the last spot. That meatball just jumped away or some shit. I don't know what the hell that was. This one is also a pretty bad spot. You would obviously want some help. I use a death machine and raindrops from everything. Makes it a cakewalk. I see the Shadow Man. Shoot him. Shoot where the meatballs are gonna land. Don't even need the apothicon servant if you have a single person with the death machine. And yeah, that pretty much just makes this entire step a lot easier. Get your max ammo from the 2nd flag. Reload, obviously. Get a shield because you're right there. Put the flag down and you're done. We're on to the boss fight now. You press F on the keepers. Everyone does. It gets rid of the sword that everyone has. Now what we do, we wait for them to do that, and then you shoot him. I don't know if you can actually do this on the first cycle. It might be possible. I don't know too much about Shadows of Evil, but it usually just happens, and he just gets his bubble out either way. Margo will spawn in. I throw an Arnie. The Margos almost instantly destroy the Arnie, so you don't have too long with that. Now, when they're all glowing in purple and sad, you just press F on them. Everyone does, I think. You can just assign everyone their 1 keeper. So after that, you just get them all. I thought I had them here, turns out I didn't. I was waiting. Also, a random fact, which you should probably have I told before I got you into this. Get a gun that has a lot of ammo and a full auto. I just got a random LMG from the box. But now that you got it, shoot him a bunch. You don't even need a full auto, just anything that's like a KRM. Just make sure you have ammo. I risk it by the Margwa there. I did end up getting it though. And after he gets right above the table, press F and you're literally done the boss fight. Now there's only one step left, which isn't in solo, so I can't even show this to you. I'm gonna have to just describe this. But there will be a giant worm that'll teleport away. Alright, what I'm showing now is a black box inside of each tram station. There you go. When you shock it now, it'll turn the entire rail blue. While I'm walking over there, I'm gonna just explain the step. There'll be a shit ton of Margwas. You can't turn into beast mode until you turn into until you kill a Margwa. What you want to do from here is literally just everyone kill a Margwa. From there, what you want to do is everyone turn into a beast. One person will be in the middle, shocking 3 keepers, which will be shown in the video that I slowed down so I can talk more. And then everyone else is going to be at a black box. The goal is to call in the tram, have it hit the worm that's right above the middle, and then once it does, everyone shocks their black box, and the person in the middle shocks their 3 keepers. That's the goal, and I'm just showing them all right now. One thing to note as well, there's a bunch of like black circles, and taking damage from Margwas, which will aggro you while you're in beast for this step. That does get rid of your beast durability. Reviving someone will instantly turn you out of beast mode. So you're gonna have to kill another Margwa in that case. What you should know though is your screen will just pulse like purple every couple seconds, like maybe 10 or 15. You want to go find a white circle, just run into it, and it'll save you. I don't know, just some weird shit. Anyway, here's the POV of the canal black box. Alright, what I'm showing right now is the POV of the one person who's going to have to be the bigger man. They're going to have to call in the tram while everyone else is in place, then run into beast mode, then go back up. Now you're going to wait for the person at the middle to just call out whenever the worm gets hit by the tram. I shake my camera up, yes, there you go. Then everyone shocks their things, and that would be the end of the Easter egg. Katara.